Hello and welcome to episode number 246 of WITM. The game rebooked the card for NXT, so the scheduled triple threat match that Corey was to be involved in will not be taking place. The game rebooked the card for NXT, and unfortunately, Corey was not rebooked on that card, so I simulated that card off screen. And Gerald was not booked for main event either, and so our in-ring action for episode 246 will be Andrew finally getting an opportunity to wrestle in the Cruiserweight division, as in the main event of 205 Live, he's going to be taking on the number one contender, Akira Tozawa, as well as Tony Nese, an important matchup in the Cruiserweight Championship rankings, as we are about 3 weeks away from the Raw and 205 Live pay-per-view No Mercy, where Lindsay Dorado will defend that Cruiserweight Championship. So important implications there for the number one contendership. We will get you I did the rankings updates for both NXT and main event off screen, so we'll go ahead and get you those results and see how they affected the rankings on NXT and Raw. Starting off with the NXT results. We'll start as usual with the NXT women. Ember Moon, the NXT Women's Champion, defeated Summer Rae. So Summer Rae drops to number 7. Ember Moon is, of course, champion. In the top 5 contenders, the NXT Women's Championship held by Ember Moon are number 1, Nikki Cross. Number 2, a new addition to NXT's women's division, Sonya Deville, possibly better known as Daria Baronato in the previous season of Tough Enough. Number 3 is Naomi. Number 4, Alicia Fox. And number 5, Peyton Royce. And now the NXT Tag Division. The Singh Brothers defeated Breezango. Singh Brothers move up to number 2. Breezango is at the bottom, number 5. And that was it for tag action. And your top 5 contenders to the NXT Tag Team Championships held by Sanity are number 1, TM61. Number 2, the Singh Brothers. Number 3, a new addition to NXT's Tag Team Division, the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Number 4, Heavy Machinery. And number 5, Breezango. And now the NXT Championship rankings. Roderick Strong defeated Hideo Itami, so Roderick Strong was at number 8. Hideo Itami falls to number 18. Tyler Bate defeated Sawyer Fulton, so Tyler Bate moves up to number 17. Sawyer Fulton is one spot above him at 16. Johnny Gargano defeated his former DIY teammate, Tommaso Ciampa. Gargano moves up to number 4. Ciampa falls to number 13. Andrade Almas got a non-title victory over NXT champion Cassius Ohno. That's going to move him into the top 5 at number 5. And Ohno is, of course, champion. Drew McIntyre defeated Eric Young and Trent Seven in a triple threat. Eric Young took the fall. No decision for Trent Seven. Drew McIntyre remains number 1 contender. Eric Young falls outside the top 5 to number 6. And Trent Seven falls to number 9. Corey getting a week off, unfortunately moving outside of the top 5 down 2 spots to number 7 as the people around him in the rankings for the most part won. So Corey hopefully will be in action next week and will get an opportunity to get back into the top 5. And the current top 5 to the NXT Championship held by Cassius Ohno are number 1, Drew McIntyre. Number 2, Oney Lorcan. Number 3, Ty Dillinger. Number 4, Johnny Gargano. And number 5, Andrade Almas. And now, main event. We did not have any women's action, so we go into the Raw Tag Team Division. The Hype Bros defeated the Miz Taraj, so Hype Bros moves up to number 4. Miz Taraj falls to the bottom, number 6. The Authors of Pain defeated the Usos. Authors of Pain become the number 1 contenders. Usos fall to number 5. And the top 5 contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championships held by Cesaro and Sheamus are number 1, the Authors of Pain. Number 2, the Revival. Number 3, New Day. Number 4, the Hype Bros. And number 5, the Usos. And now we move on to the Intercontinental title rankings. And Rusev defeated Braun Strowman. Rusev moves up to number 4. And Strowman falls near the bottom to number 25, a very polar opposite of where he is in real life. Braun Strowman in real life, a week away from getting a Universal title opportunity in the Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam. But in real life, very close to being in danger of demotion in WITM rather. Second to the bottom of the rankings on Raw. And the top 5 contenders to the Intercontinental title held by WITM's Gerald are number 1, Sheamus, number 2, The Miz, number 3, Bobby Roode, number 4, Rusev, and number 5, Cesaro. Alright, so Andrew will be in action in the main event, but before that, Andrew's personal assistant, Titus O'Neil, is headed to the ring, microphone in hand. Let's hear what he has to say. Titus O'Neil speaks. 205 Live General Manager Andrew is busy backstage preparing for his match tonight. And so, he entrusted me with the privilege of making an announcement. See, Andrew has been searching far and wide for the best free agent cruiserweight talent to add to 205 Live's roster. I am here to announce that Andrew has made his first official signing as 205 Live General Manager. So please, welcome back to 205 Live, the Japanese buzzsaw, Tajiri. Alright, so a big acquisition for 205 Live. Andrew making his first official signing as the general manager of 205 Live. The Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri, the cruiserweight legend from the Attitude Era, joining 205 Live, was released before Andrew became general manager of 205 Live, but Andrew giving Tajiri an opportunity to be booked better and be a star on 205 Live. So let's get 205 Live underway. Alright, we have a promo from Cedric Alexander. We'll skip that. Noam Dar defeats Jack Gallagher. Tajiri making his return to the Cruiserweight division as he takes on Rich Swann. And Tajiri will be successful in his return, defeating Rich Swann. The real-life Cruiserweight champion, who has been on a roll, he has his momentum stacked pretty much all the way up last time I checked, I believe to 9, increasing his overall about 8 points to 91. He takes on the real-life Cruiserweight champion Neville in Falls Count Anywhere action. And it's going to be Neville with the non-title victory. That'll be good for 2 spots in the Cruiserweight rankings. Neville moving towards possibly imitating real life and becoming Cruiserweight champion WITM. And now we have Andrew, who you know would love to have an opportunity at his 3rd Cruiserweight championship at No Mercy. He has a good opportunity here to move up to the number 1 contendership, or at least the number 2 slot, as he will take on the current number 1 contender, Akira Tozawa, as well as Tony Nese in his first Cruiserweight action in a few weeks. So let's get underway with our episode 246 matchup. It's a triple threat hardcore match. The current number 1 contender, Akira Tozawa, takes on the current number 3 contender, Andrew, as well as Tony Nese. Let's get underway.
We're moments away from pure chaos. The triple threat match is next.
Doesn't get any better than this.
We have a real fan favorite against 2 of WWE's toughest competitors.
Oh, this is going to be some collision.
The following triple threat contest is a no disqualification match. Making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 180 pounds, Akira,
This guy will settle for nothing short of a victory here tonight.
A pay-per-view quality matchup about to kick off right here on Monday Night Raw.
And there's the bell. Andrew going right after Akira Tozawa, the former client of Andrew's now personal assistant, Titus Worldwide, but Tozawa has been doing quite well on his own. The current #1 contender to the Cruiserweight title. Andrew would like to change that fact. It's been, what we just saw, very odd. Andrew coming to the ring without a title around his waist. Andrew, a two-time Universal Champion on Raw, and then came to NXT and 205 Live, quickly became a Triple Crown Champion, holding the NXT Championship, the NXT Tag Team Championship, and the Cruiserweight title. The last of those titles would be lost at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn when Andrew took a no decision in the six-man Hell in a Cell. And now Andrew, for the first time in a very long time, I'm actually curious. I'll have to look back and see just how many episodes Andrew had a title before he lost them. What the last episode was, Andrew didn't have a title.
That's cool. I like new stuff.
Andrew would love to become #1 contender and get a Cruiserweight title matchup at No Mercy in 3 weeks against Lince Dorado. He has an opportunity here to potentially defeat the current #1 contender and Akira Tozawa. As Tozawa looks to take flight, and Andrew is able to evade.
Inside the ring now. That stop might have only lasted a second, but it's going to be
Nese comes in the ring and stomps on Tozawa, and now turns attention to Andrew, but Andrew reverses. Swinging neck breaker by Andrew. Turns the attention to Tozawa, reversal by Tozawa.
He's not exactly popping up to his feet here. Well, what do you expect, Michael? Did you see what just
Tozawa
happened?
plunging the head of Andrew into the canvas.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure. Here's a cover.
Nese trying to take advantage of Tozawa's offense, but Tozawa's going to break that
Look
up
how
quickly.
slow he is to recover here.
Irish whip into the
That was some
corner.
serious punishment.
Wow, that was a wild strike.
Nese.
Talk about missing the target.
Yeah, it looked like it was completely out of desperation.
Very nice reversal there by Tozawa. Nese
taking
going
some
for the
offense.
suplex, and
This is
Tozawa
a
just
dangerous
flipping
spot
out of
for
it.
him to be here in
But
this
here
triple
comes
threat
Andrew
match.
on the warpath, takes
At
out
this
Tozawa,
point, it
now
looks to
takes
me
out
like this
Nese.
match is as even.
Goes for the cover. Does he have a victory
He's
here?
got plenty of gas
No,
left in his
Nese
tank.
powers out
Already
on it
kicked out with
at
ease.
1.5.
So damaging.
Headbutt by Andrew. Reversal by Nese.
Oh my gosh, his neck and back and shoulders driven right into the ground.
Now back to the ring.
And moonsault by Tony Nese barely misses
Wow,
Andrew.
he's still down
Andrew
after
stomping
that.
away, and now a reversal by Nese.
He's not looking good here.
Drop kick
And at this
by
point,
Nese.
How much more does he have to give?
And that's going to send Andrew
And
tumbling
Michael, this could be the
outside.
opening he needs to pull ahead. Oh man, I didn't anticipate this match being as closely
Clubbing
contested
blow by
as it's been.
Nese. Now stomps to the chest of Tozawa in a seated position. Drags Tozawa closer
I
center
think this
ring
man
and
means
stomping
business.
on the chest. Forces Tozawa to a knee.
That could break your back.
And a slam by Nese as Andrew makes his way back to the ring. Nese outrips him into the
He's
ropes.
inflicting
Now
some
an arm
serious
drag.
pain here.
Reversal by Andrew. Turns your attention to Tozawa.
Looks like he's
Swinging
starting to
neck
tire.
breaker
You
hits
can
as
bet
Nese
this
goes
is
tumbling
not how he
outside.
drew this one up.
You
Forces
said it,
Tozawa
and he does
up.
not want to let his opponent gain some. He knows
Rolling
his
knee
opponent
bar
is
locked in.
completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
That's locked in well, but
Watch it, and he
broken
powers
up
out.
by
Great
Tozawa.
reversal.
Elbow by Andrew.
Nice reversal there.
And
Taking
punch to the
those
back.
legs right
Tozawa
out
is
from under him.
celebrating right in front of Andrew. That's going to cost him. But Tozawa is able to reverse.
Somehow, he's kicked it into another gear here tonight.
Nese coming in out of nowhere, drop kicking Andrew. And now
Man,
one-handed
he's still
power
down
bomb
after that
to
move. I almost wonder if his
Tozawa.
belt
Both
got
men are
seriously
down. This
wrong
is a
there.
big opportunity for Nese, who goes for
Shoulders down.
cover.
This could be it.
Count, Ralph, count.
And may have gotten the victory there,
He needs to dig
but
way
Andrew
down
was able
deep
to
if
break
he
up
wants
just
to
the
keep
nick of
going
time at
down.
2.5.
He's in a little bit of trouble now. This
Nice
match
ring
is
awareness by
definitely testing his
Andrew.
metal, guys.
Andrew attacking the
These guys have
ankle
been
of
so
Nese,
tightly
now looking
matched
for
up
that
until
flat
now, but
line.
This might be where that finally starts to change.
And that will connect.
Look at this.
Andrew goes for cover. And Andrew nearly getting a victory, but Tozawa is able to break that up at 2.5. Two very near falls likely would have turned into victories if not
That move
for the third
perfectly.
man breaking it up. Tozawa is going to go tumbling
He
outside.
was able to reverse and
Reversal
get
by
out of that.
Nese to Andrew.
Look at this.
Misses with a
He's just
kick.
barely
Misses with
moving.
a punch.
I'm not sure he can get back to his feet.
Has Andrew in a
By the
fireman's
looks of
carry,
things,
and
this match is all but over.
I don't recall the last time he
neck
looked so
breaker
fatigued.
connects. Now Nese
And
looking
by
to take
now, you
flight.
would have expected one of these guys to take control of this match, but it really hasn't happened yet.
450 splash connects, center ring right into a cover. Does Tony Nese have a victory over two of the top 5 contenders? No, Andrew powers out at 2. Nese low on stamina. Tozawa will attack Nese.
It certainly is now.
And with both men down, Tozawa goes for cover on Andrew. Surprisingly, as Nese goes tumbling outside. And Andrew's going to power out at 2.
This guy's just getting worn out.
Kick to the back. Forces Andrew up.
Nobody controls the pace of a match.
Reversal by
quite
Andrew.
Like this guy.
Irish up into the
This is the
corner.
type of attack that just wears. With this kind of attack, you have to wonder just how much longer they can compete in this match.
Yeah, I don't know.
Reversal by Tozawa.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Punch
When he gets
by
going like this,
Tozawa.
there are a
Andrew
few
versus
better.
one of his own. Now that rolling knee bar locked in for second
Submission.
time on
The ropes
Tozawa.
locked in.
Nese makes his way back into the ring.
Wait a minute.
And we may have seen a victory by submission if not for Nese breaking it up. Both Nese and Tozawa going
He's
after
going back to an old
Andrew.
friend with that one.
You're right about that. You got to remember what works.
Nobody
So that
controls the
power
pace of the
bomb by
match
Nese.
quite like this guy.
That's going to send Andrew tumbling
This could end it in a
outside.
hurry.
Now turns your attention to Tozawa. One-handed power
How
bomb.
much more? How much more are you willing to pay to win this match? This is unreal.
He's going for the pin. This
Goes
could
for
be
cover.
I think he's got him. If he keeps up this pace,
And
this could
Tozawa
turn
powers
real
out
ugly
2.5.
real fast. Boy, he just got laid out.
Broken run by Tozawa.
This might be the beginning of the end
Drags
for him.
Nese closer
Michael,
center
given
ring.
how evenly-
Goes for
Will this
cover.
be it?
It may be.
Nese is going to power out at 2. Andrew back in the ring
Face and
now.
head are taking a great deal
Going
of
after
punishment.
Tozawa, but a reversal by Tozawa.
He saw that one coming.
Reversal by Andrew. Gets behind Tozawa and attacks the ankle. That's going to send Tozawa outside. Neck breaker by Andrew. Drags Nese in the ring. Goes for cover.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
Think he's got it.
And Nese powers out at 2.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Reversal by Nese.
What a counter.
Reversal
He
by
was one step
Andrew.
ahead on that one. He was able to
Reversal
reverse
by
that.
Nese with a Russian leg sweep. Kick to the back.
Complete with a big
And goes for cover.
This is it.
Two. Really pushing his
And
opponent
Andrew
to the
powers out
limit
at
here.
2. Tozawa back in the ring and getting fired
Look at
up.
this. He's just barely moving.
Our trip
I'm
in
not
the
sure he can
corner
get
by
back to his
Nese.
feet.
Reversal by Tozawa.
Ow, that
Suplex.
looks like
There's a
he's
second. Looks like the 3 amigos.
He's simply reminding him
And
that
indeed
he's
it
here.
is, as I was going to say, Nese tumbling outside. Nice reversal by Tozawa to Andrew.
Whoa, could this be it?
I think
Works
so.
the cover. And Andrew powers out at 2. Tozawa now attacking the arm of Andrew in the shoulder with elbow strikes. Forces Andrew up. And goes for a roll-up pin.
Can he do it?
Think he's got it.
And Andrew powers out at 2. Nese in the corner just biding his time. Tozawa to the apron.
Well, certainly wasn't due to a lack of
Andrew
trying,
with
Michael. He's too busy.
some punches to Nese, and then the reversal by Nese as Tozawa gets fired up. And Andrew is tumbling outside. Nese turns his attention to Tozawa, the reversal by Tozawa. Tozawa have a mind here. Wheelbarrow into a suplex, into a cover. And Andrew's not going to get there in time. Tozawa is going to pick up the victory and remain number 1 contender. Andrew will take the no decision. And Tozawa will remain the number 1 contender as we get closer and closer to No Mercy.
Here's your winner, Akira Tozawa.
Wow, huge pinfall win here tonight.
That's what I like to call a statement win, Michael.
What a great match we just saw here on Raw. Thank you to everybody at home for choosing to spend part of your Monday night with us.
Alright, so it's Akira Tozawa remain the number 1 contender, capping off a not very good week for the WITM 4. For the first time, I think, in a while, all 4 members of WITM either not getting, in the case of 3, taking a loss, in the case of 1, not getting booked and taking a note and losing 2 spots in the rankings. Gerald coming up short against Finn Balor on Raw in non-title action. Dalton Roush coming up short a United States title opportunity against Dean Ambrose on SmackDown. Corey not getting booked on NXT and then losing 2 spots under no fault of his own. And Andrew taking a no decision in the main event of 205 Live. So the WITM 4 0 for 3. And you can kind of add 1 with Corey to that this week. And so we'll see how those matches affect the rankings in the Cruiserweight division. And then we will reveal our Cruiserweight matchup for Raw and see if Gerald is in action. Eventually I'll learn where the right menu is. Noam Dar defeated Jack Gallagher. Noam Dar moves up to number 4. Gallagher falls to number 8. Tajiri, the returning Tajiri, defeats Rich Swann. Tajiri to number 8. Swann falls to number 12. Neville with a non-title victory over Lince Dorado. He's going to move up 2 spots to number 12. Dorado is, of course, champion. Akira Tozawa defeated Tony Nese. No decision for Andrew. Tozawa remains the number 1 contender. Tony Nese falls to the bottom, number 15. And Andrew with the no decision will remain at number 3. And the top 5 contenders to the Cruiserweight Championship held by Lince Dorado are number 1, Akira Tozawa. Number 2, Brian Kendrick. Number 3, Andrew. Number 4, Noam Dar. And number 5, Arya Daivari. And now we move on to Raw. Will we see Gerald in action? And what will our Cruiserweight matchup be? And Gerald will be in action. He's pictured there with the rest of the champions of Raw. And this should be a pretty intriguing matchup. Gerald takes on the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, as well as the Bulgarian Brute Rusev in triple threat action. So that should be a pretty good matchup. Also, let's find out what our Cruiserweight matchup is going to be. The women getting a main event. That's unusual. Good for them. We have a champion versus champion. Raw Women's Champion versus NXT Women's Champion. And we'll get rid of, there's 3 women's matches. We'll get rid of the least relevant one. And use that for our Cruiserweight match. Alright, so first let's find out what the stipulation is going to be. Will it be a singles match? Will it be a tag team match? Will it be a triple threat match? Will it be a fatal 4-way? Or will it be a 6-man match? It will be a 6-man match. And probably doesn't make much sense to do a non-title ladder, Hell in a Cell, or Elimination Chamber match. So let's find out if it will be a 6-man tag team match or if it will be a battle royal. It will be a 6-man battle royal. 6-man Cruiserweight battle royal should be pretty exciting. So let's find out who those 6 participants will be. The first participant Davari.
Akira Vader.
The second participant, Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick.
The third participant, Jack Gallagher.
Gentleman Jack.
The fourth participant, Mustafa Ali.
Marcus Ali.
The fifth participant, Grand Metalik. And the final participant,
Matt A. Lee.
the Cruiserweight Champion, Lince Dorado.
Lance Donald.
Andrew yet to be selected by the randomizer. I thought this would be the time he'd be selected for the Raw Cruiserweight matchup, but I guess not. Oh, actually, I'll actually have to redo that because I did not include Tajiri, so we may yet see Andrew in that matchup. I'm going to add Tajiri to the list of the 205 Live roster, so we're actually going to have to redo that randomization. As soon as this probably takes 3 minutes to finish loading. And since this will probably take a while to load, we're actually going to call it an episode right here. We will reveal who the real 6 participants in that Cruiserweight matchup are in episode 247. And if Andrew's not in that matchup, then our episode 247 match will be... Well, never mind. It just finished loading. So I guess we'll figure out the 6 participants right here. Battle Royal. Alright, let's try this again now that Tajiri is added. The first man participant in the Battle Royal, Cedric Alexander.
Rick Alexander.
The second participant, Arya Davari.
Akira Vader.
The third participant, 205 Live's newest addition, Tajiri. The fourth participant, Jack Gallagher.
Gentleman Jack.
The fifth participant, the self-proclaimed king of the Cruiserweights, Neville. And the final participant will be Andrew, making his return to Raw since the night he surrendered his Universal Championship in order to be exclusive to 205 Live and NXT. So, a big moment for Andrew returning to Raw after over a year as part of the Cruiserweight division and general manager of 205 Live, competing in the featured Cruiserweight matchup on Raw. One man will get to rise up in the rankings and put themselves likely in pretty good position for a Cruiserweight title opportunity. 5 men will fall in the rankings. A 6-man Battle Royal is now our matchup for episode 247, which means Gerald versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev will now be our episode 248 matchup. So our next 2 episodes are set. Episode 247, Andrew, after over a year, returns to Raw as part of the Cruiserweight division in a 6-man Battle Royal. That is going to do it for episode number 246 of WITM. Until 247, this is Corey, signing off.